Oh, there's the queen right there. Right there she is. So we know that there's a laying queen in here. Where'd she go to? Welcome back to the Alabama Bee Girlz and Dad. Girls are, it's early on Saturday morning, so girls are still not up and moving yet, but we're gonna do hive inspections today. So we're gonna start off with, I've got these nice new tags right there, and we're gonna start off with box number 5, which was a swarm that I moved from my house to my dad's house. So here we go. All right, top off our carousel feeder. No bees, lots of ants though. And get our pry bar here. I do see bees right up in here, so we know we still have bees in here. That's a good thing. There we go. They're building up in the center, which is a lot better than what has happened before. So I hate that they're building up in there though. And we'll set that over here. And I'm trying to do this without any smoke, so we're gonna get rid of this burr comb right quick. Come on, girls. Off you go. There's a piece of bark that came out of the back, I believe. Come on. Come on, get off there, darn it. I'll flip you off. There we go. Burr comb's out of the way. Alright. So I can tell we're heavy bees here, and I actually see some capped honey there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull this frame out. Yeah, they're starting to work on it. You can see they're building wax out on it. They're not working on this side yet. But so we'll set that one off to the side for the moment. The next one looks pretty good. Well, hopefully we don't have to break out the smoke here. They are starting to pop me a little bit. So we're going to look at the shaded side first. See if we can find our queen. Oh, it looks like we're building queen cups too. Those would be superseding cups. I think those are emergency cells, is what those would be. Not seeing her, so I'm gonna drop this one back in. And we'll move on to the next one, which I can tell has got a good bit of honey on it. It's capped at the top there. It's probably just stores from the sugar that we've been feeding. So, all right. Yep, I see larvae, so I know we've got a queen in here. The question is where she's at. If I can find her, I want to mark her. I know there's a whole system of how to mark the queen, you know, the different colors and everything, but these are my girls. I really don't care as long as I can find her. And that little red dot, or the little dot on her, makes her easier to find. So, not seeing anything there, so we're gonna move on to the next frame. Get those girls back. Yeah, they didn't like that ball. So we got a good brood pattern there. So she is laying good. Is that her? No, that's not her. So they're starting to draw out. Woo! They do not like that. So they're starting to draw out there. And we've got some capped honey there. We've got a lot of pollen, and oh, here we go. Here's some more emergency cells being drawn too. Now, I knew this was going to be just comb that they're drawing out. You can see there. They've started on this side. So, all in all, I think they're fairly happy. So, we're going to just button them back up here. Not seeing a lot of hive beetles or anything. So, I'm just going to button them back up and let them be, and we'll come back maybe in another few weeks and check them again. So you'll see me, I'll take my hive tool and kind of stick it down in there, and it's just trying to get them to move out of the way so that I can close up the gaps here. Now we're gonna kind of center these up. There we go. We're gonna close these girls up and move on to the next one. And I'll come back and put some more feed in here probably tomorrow. That one is good to go. So there you have it, hive number 5. We're good to go. So let's move on to some more. We'll go back to my house and look at a couple more. Just in case y'all didn't know, I don't do my hive inspections on YouTube just for y'all. I do it for myself too, and that way I can kind of remember what's going on. Now, I did get a little Man Lake field journal that I'm going to try to start filling out too. And that's one of the reasons I put the numbers on the front of my hives. This is the weaker hive of these 3 right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and look at it first. All right, so Let's get started here. This is a screen top. We run all screen tops. I borrowed that and that top from a buddy of mine. Let me get my stuff put where I need it here before I get too much further. Alright. So let's get this feeder off here to start with. Not seeing anything up there really. There's a few hive beetles. Kill them right quick. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. There are not a lot of bees in this box. So, first of all, I'm gonna get one of these frames out. So, there goes a hive beetle. Got him. Well, that's got honey and some pollen on it. Nothing really happening on it though. I'm starting to kind of wonder if they're just not robbing this hive out. Perhaps the ones I put in here have absconded or something. Well, there's some brood. Just don't have a real strong hive. Oh, there's the queen right there. Right there she is. So we know that there's a laying queen in here. Where'd she go to? There she is. Right there she is. So we know we got a laying queen in there. Carefully put her back. So we know we've got a laying queen in here because I'm seeing brood and everything. So I'm going to put it back together and I'm going to make sure that we put some feed on them this evening and try to keep building them up. It's a very small cluster of bees, but hey, if she's working, it's good. And I see cap brood and brood that looks like it's probably fixing to be capped. So that means that we're fixing to have more bees come into this hive. She's fixing to hatch out a group of bees, so it'll get stronger and better here in the next week or so. So I'm gonna put everything back together and we're just gonna leave this one alone. One thing I like about these Man Lake triple dipped frames, or triple dip foundations, is there's a solid bottom piece there. So it's good in a way and it's bad in a way. Gives the hive beetles someplace to go into to hide, but it also kind of keeps them from really being able to escape you that much. All right, so today is 5/8/21. This is our home yard, and this is hive number 2. This is box number 2. I'm labeling all of my boxes, and they were very calm. There was about brood coverage percentage on frames. There's 2 frames that had about 50%. Population was very light. Queen sided, yes. Queen cells, no. We will come back and put some syrup on them. We didn't add any boxes, no excluders, requeen, adjusted interest. We will come back. I do now have some entrance reducers. I am going to come back and put one of those on, so but it'll stay close to the same. Honey is pretty low. Pollen was about average. So, all right. So, there you have it. Now we're going to move on to hive number 1, or box number 1. All right, so this was hive number 2. Now we're moving on to hive number 1. Gonna go through it and have a look at it, and just check and see what's going on in it. Again, the feeders have pretty much all run out. I need to probably put feed back on these guys, because without it, we're just depending on the nectar flow right now, and right now I really need to be building these guys up. So let's go ahead and get started. Ooh, there's a centipede. That's a first to find in the hive top. All right, so right away I am seeing some bees moving around in the top of the carousel feeder here, so that's kind of a good thing. And I can see they have propolized the edges of all of our entrances coming into the feeder, so that this hive has become a very strong hive. So, and I imagine we're gonna probably need our smoker here on this one. We'll go ahead and grab that. So set that on the ground there, and off we come with the feeder. Now I'm going to change this feeder out too, because what has happened is, I know what they've done. This is a shallow super that this is sitting in, and that's not good, because the carousel feeders are actually smaller than that. So what they have done is they have combed underneath from the feeder to the frames. And they're not gonna like that once I get that off of there. Oh yeah, that's bad. So yeah. So now I should be able to get this box off of here, no problem. Yep, it lifts right off. So you can see there's brood there, there's honey everywhere. My biggest issue right now is I got to get this cleaned up. I've got to make sure that my queen is not in here. So I was kind of prepared for this. I've already got a box sitting down here that's ready to go, so I'm gonna have to go grab that. All right, so this is gonna be a mess. Alright, so now that I've got all that cleaned up and into the bowl, you can see there's brood in there, there's honey, all of it. I'm gonna let them do the cleanup. I'm gonna go ahead and very quickly look through this box and make some notes. And then we're gonna get another box. We're gonna put a medium super on top of it and get it up and going again. Because they have, I can tell they have completely filled this one. Oh, this is heavy. Yeah, this is full of honey. Let's try this the other direction here. Alright. Wow. So we've got capped honey on that side. We got a couple bees we accidentally got there. So we got capped honey on that side. And a lot on this side the same way. And actually, I see a swarm cell they're trying to make. So I'm just gonna set that one off to the side over here for the time being. And I'm going to continue on down through this one. Try to get this checked fairly quickly so I can get them back in. And I'm positive we got a good laying queen here. Lots of brood. Just looking for my queen right quick. Lots of brood on that side too. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna checkerboard these girls in. Give them more space and hopefully keep them from deciding to swarm. Oh, we've got some cells forming right there. I'm not seeing any off the bottom.
I saw the queen.
You did?
Yes, she had an orange dot.
Orange dot?
Yeah. That one come with the dot?
No. You sure you wasn't seeing pollen?
No. Well, what's the honey in that bowl, Daddy?
Alright, so the camera ran out of battery there before I finished on this one, and I was just in the middle of it and had to keep going. So you can see I pulled all the comb, all the burr comb out. I'm going to let them clean it up, take it back in. You'll also notice I've changed out the entrance reducer right there. We put the wider reducer in there. And you'll also notice the red thing on there is supposed to be kind of like a cattle gap. If you know what that is, if you don't, Google it. They're really neat. But it keeps cattle from crossing the fence line, and you don't have to have a gate. Well, that's supposed to be sort of like that for hive beetles, small hive beetles. So I'm giving it a try. I got them from Barnyard Bees. We're gonna give them a try, see how they do. This hive is really strong and didn't see any beetles in it, really. So I'm not really that worried about it. But I'm gonna let them finish cleaning this up, and I'm gonna move on down here to our boxes 3 and 4 and go through them. They're a really active hive too, and that's actually the hive that I went through this morning at my dad's house. That actually came off of box 3-4. So we're gonna move down to it, and I'm gonna switch out the feeder on it as well, the feeder box. I'm gonna switch it out. Hi, girl. And that way I don't run into burr comb issues again, and I probably am gonna have another issue and have to clean this one up again. All right, so I got everything ready to go here for box 3-4, and I've got another medium over here because this is all medium. So I've got another medium sitting over here ready to go on here if I need it. So I actually got it rigged up for being a honey super, but I had my main hive that I've kept for 2 years plus. Well, they absconded evidently, but that and this one I believe are actually the hive, or these are the swarms that came off of that. So like I said, I'm really happy with that one. This one's getting there. There's a lot of brood. They should double in their number of bees in the next week or so. And then I got this one. I'm gonna take and look in it and see what we need to do to it. I have a feeling I've got burr comb on the bottom of that box because it's just a medium instead of the shallow feeder that I needed. So let's get started. So there's a lot of junk in here, a few bees. That girl right there should not be in here. Yeah, there you go, fly on out. All right. My favorite hive, I've got 2 favorite hive tools, and I keep them right here on my pockets. This one here is just a simple flat bar. It's got a hook on it. It's kind of skinny. A friend of mine gave it to me. I love it. It works great for zipping down your zipping down through your across your hive. Yep. So you can see there's a little bit there. It's not nearly as bad as that other one was, but I'm gonna go through this box and see if we need to add another one on. I will change out the box itself so that we don't end up with this burr comb anymore. And I've got more boards. The wonderful thing is the size of what the Ceracell feeders require is actually a standard 1x4. So that makes it real easy to swap these out and make new ones. So there's that. Let's set that over there. I love how They actually went across the frames here instead of with them, so. Luckily, it looks like this is all just going to be honey. So, but they have gone up into the tower in the middle, so that's a little bit of an issue that we'll have to work through, but that's okay. These girls look like they're doing all right. Oop, hive beetle. Got him. So we've got honey stores there. Like some pollen, but all honey stores. More uncapped and capped honey stores. That's good. Okay, now we got brood here. And we got brood on this side, as you can see there. Back in we go. Always looking for my queen. Honey stores. You can see they've drawn it out on that side, but nothing on this side. So this was a box that I messed up when I put them in, and I actually forgot to put one of the frames back in, or an extra frame back in. So I'm gonna drop this one in here, let them fill that one up, start working on it. So we've gone through this top box. We'll pop this bottom one off and have a look in it now. Alright, I see some brood, so that's a good thing. But I also see a queen cup. Nothing in it though. Alright, so here's where it's gonna get kind of hairy. Now I'm going to try to let this section down through here stay, even though I'd really like to move it out. But considering I'm not seeing any brood, really, I want to leave it. So here we have brood. That's good. I do see a queen cup. A couple of them. No eggs in it. Because I can't get to this, I'm going to push this back. And I think I'm just going to leave these girls and hope and pray that the queen is actually in there, but underneath that, and that she's laying, and hopefully this is all full of brood, and we're working okay. I mean, there's a lot of activity with this hive, so I have to believe that it's not too bad. So that's how we're gonna leave that one, because of my mess up from before. So since I've got brood up here in this top one, and I've got a little bit in the bottom one, I'm gonna leave this and just wait and see what happens. Hopefully maybe later on this year I can move, take this bit of comb that they've built here out and put a frame back in its place. But until then, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna put these girls back together, and we're gonna call this good for right now. Y'all check that out. You see there was a queen cell cup that came out of that. Didn't have anything in it, but it was there. Got one girl here that got stuck. You can see how the bees are developing there. But this was down in the, you can see some drone brood right there too. But this is down in one of the feeders, and the center part of the feeder, and I had to cut it out. So hope y'all have enjoyed watching me do our hive inspections. This is one of probably many to come, and trying to keep these girls in shape and heading in the right direction. I've gotten a little laxed about it, but hoping that I can get back on my game here. We've been chasing a lot of bees here lately, thanks to some people that are taking note of us. But there's another, yeah, he just went to the other side. We're eating it. Hive beetle. Oh, bye-bye. Okay. Alright. So, thanks for coming by, watching Alabama Bee Girlz and Dad. If you like what we're doing, hope that you'll come back. And go ahead and smash that like button for us, because every time we get a like, that helps us out more and more. Also, if you like what we're doing, want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. We try to make a post every week. Try to make it on Thursdays, but sometimes that just doesn't fall through. Like this past week, it was on Saturday, actually the day I'm doing this. So with all of my other obligations, sometimes it runs a little long. So, but glad you came by. Come back and see us, and until next time, y'all be safe.